and the
All right, 1 minute to go. Welcome to new members and attendees. Put questions of a general nature into chat, or put your hand up and ask after we've done the reports and started tonight's topic. Keep to the point and be brief to give others a chance to speak. Attention everyone, do not record this meeting. This meeting is minuted and recorded for educational purposes only. All members are in a private trust with an NDA. If you share outside of this group, this is a breach of the trust and you will be removed from the Law Council. The attorney for the trust is the only one that can disclose information as the disclosing part, and all members are the receiving party and are not able to disclose. If you do not understand this, please contact the admin. Apologies tonight for Dave and Briggs, and anyone else is away. Can someone move this, please? Thank you, Greg. Can someone second it? Thanks, Alex. That's approved. Has anyone read the minutes? Thank you. Tracy, can someone second that, please? Thanks, Alex. That's approved. Right. Actually, there's not many people that asked to do the report. You might as well just start, I think, Tracy.
Okay, well, I was talking to Simon about Alison's dog, and Simon says just put the hydrogen peroxide straight on the tongue. That he will tell you the concentration, right? We what have we done this week? We've done some pretty extraordinary things. I'll talk about the court case. There was a couple of people came from Auckland as well. So there would have been a public inquiry, and I did announce the public inquiry to the registrar and pointed out to the registrar that the public inquiry was removed physically the last time. And they are a little bit upset at the moment. And I asked for the copies, the records, the case notes, and she says we don't have them in the court. She finally told me they were entirely happy, for God's sake. And the police prosecution served her with the charging orders, charging sheets, charging documents, what do you want to call them, the S14s, less than 30 minutes before she walked into court. And they brought up, because the first time they were there, because I brought it up and with the registrar, I said, you've already done, the last court case you had with her, there was no charging documents, no evidence before the judge, and he pleaded her not guilty. So what they did was they brought that case in with the gun case. That's what they did. Yeah. And then what they did was they put her in the dock. So this is just for bail. But the first court case, the first whatever you do before any criminal case, they got to check the evidence. Now, if you or I put an S14 into the court, and it's real simple, it's really easy to do. An S14 is you write the charging up. I dare say Karen's done it. You know, charge up, one charge per, and a brief synopsis, very brief, why. And they use the word I believe. I go, I know. And it's a summary from facts. And it's given to the registrar. The registrar gets the judge to check it, and the judge checks it, and then he approves it or not. Right? And the registrar is talking to the registrar about that, and she goes, oh, no, we don't do that. I said, you bloody well do. So one set of rules for someone and one set of rules for others. I mean, people don't understand that. And I said to her, it was very easy to charge you criminally. You know that, don't you? Now, really, it is. It's very easy as long as you've got the facts and you do the S14, which is under the Criminal Proceeding Act. You do it properly. You present it into court, or you serve it into the court, and you simply do a simple thing called they check it, and then they do a little thing. The judge checks it. Yep, we've got everything. Ticks all the boxes and goes off. And somewhere along the line, if you're police, MPI, IRD, and IRD don't serve people, just so you know, all those things, right? They don't do anything. They just tick a box. And this has actually come to light in the last year with what I've been doing, because we already know this stuff, right? So that's what I said. So they put her in the box. They wanted her to write a bail form, and I will put in the chat how she wrote the bail form, because it's what do, you know? There you go. Because Briggs told the judge, or whatever it calls itself, right? I'm not safe with the police. And that's a true statement. Oh, we're not here about that. We're here about bail. I'm not safe with the police. This is because they're intimidation. They are debt collecting for Rangatiki Council, right? So if they're debt collecting for Rangatiki Council, who's who in the zoo, right? So that's what happened. So that's what she wrote on a bail form, and they gave her a copy of their bail form, and the woman just snatched it because they tried. What they did was she was outside the court. Oh, we're having lunch now, and they're going to lock all the doors. And I convinced the guards to get her back into the court so she could just sign it. Because if she walked away from that court, they would have had police onto her. So they allowed her, and what we did was the woman just took it away and just threw Briggs the other one, which is just that signature on it, right? So that was done. Now what we're going to do is, and there's two other people, and that one's Amelia. What we're going to do is this: we're putting as Indigenous peoples into a doorway that I opened up about a month ago. Okay, we've already put the first inquiry into Treasury and told them, I've notified them that there is an insurance claim pending on the COVID event decisions. Do you know what that means?
No, I don't.
Accountability is when you make a decision and it costs us, they pay. So your businesses, IRD, all these people that have been charging you and all these tax issues, right? I've just told Treasury that we're going to be claiming their losses. It's an event. It's an insurance claim. And because what I worked out was the IN-force, in a letter they sent a couple of weeks ago, I realised they were talking about insurance. And they sent me more information, and it's about 1,000 pages of it. But in that was interesting because there's another pathway. There's 5 different pathways within Treasury. And then there's another 5, then there's another 5. So what we've done is we've gone to fiscal and gone, we've got a claim. You need to tell your brokers that there's a claim being made. Michael? So, so that's what we've done. So when I tell you it's serious, that's very, very serious. There is 6 abatements, is there not? 1, 2, 3.
Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies.
5 abatements, right? Okay, so there's 5 abatements, and those people with the 5 abatements I'm going to put through to the UN. Okay, Treasury's already been told as well. Okay, and I've been speaking to the Human Rights Commissioners, New Zealand, Australia, and UN.
Would you like some steak and chips?
They've pushed it forward into Indigenous peoples. So we don't have to have a bone in our nose and a grass skirt. Okay?
Oh, that's good.
Indigenous peoples is tangata whenua, is spelled in the one word. Basically, if you're born here, and here is anywhere. Okay? So does that all make sense? If you look at all what we're doing, so right now we need to be investing in this place. Right now we need to just go boom.
Oops.
The New Zealand government, and it's only a small few that have got these lawyers speaking for 9 days, bouncing it back and forth on what to do, and then they decide, they have to talk to us directly. That's the biggest bullshit I've ever heard. If you want to get out of this shit, I think we've just made a big, big, big step, and they've just made a huge mistake. So we did a very quick communication for Simon's case today over MPI's rubbish, right? So what we're doing is we're just carrying on. It's exhausting because you kind of think you repeat yourself a lot and you get bullied a lot. And I dare say Karen will tell you what police do. Hey, Karen. I know. But yeah, we've actually struck it really good in this week, but it's been very, very difficult. So there you go. Any questions?
Yeah, Alex has got a question.
Which one?
Alex.
Alex!
Me.
I'll let you ask me a question, but I might not answer it.
Oh, I know. No, I like to know what you're saying when you're saying it. So when you say that there's 5 roads into Treasury, and then there's another 5, and then there's another 5, can you expand on that a little bit?
Okay, what they've done is they divide themselves up, right? As
you know.
Right, and I've been trying to get to find out where the insurance is, because they're not covered by insurance, but they have insurance.
Of course they do.
Yeah, so it's a matter of finding that route, and I haven't. Every time I go into Treasury, they've been replying straight away.
Nice.
Okay,
yeah.
And that's good. But with the New Zealand Police and this OIA coming back, it's the second time they've been routing our emails. So that's evidence against them. There's no point in going to the Ombudsman. They, like I said last week and the week before, 48 claims. And these are well-written claims. You've seen what I do. And they've gone deadly silent on that, but they unblocked me.
Nice.
I know. You're like, oh, wasn't? No, didn't tell me that they unblocked me, you know. And Tim, what's his name? Tim somebody. He's going, this is a Rangatiki thing. They mentioned insurance because we knew that, because you always check before you do this stuff. So we mentioned insurance, but there's a whole bunch of other things. So they're going, we'll push that over to one side and totally ignore it, but we'll carry on down the line of the other stuff, which is really quite criminal. Debt collecting, New Zealand Police debt collecting for them and lying. But there's also one thing else lying in the background of this, and that's the OIA request on the candor of the election for Rangatiki. They must really think, what more can she think of? Plenty. So what we've got is, if you understand what I just said about candor, because this is all about candor, and candor is the way you handle things, the way you do things. And if they don't do it properly, you've got a really serious claim against them. And
it's
none of them have done it properly. Eh?
It's transparency, isn't it? Candor.
It's slightly different, yeah, but true. But still, it's got to be like 2 signatures. So one signature, a new signature, on everything, right?
Yeah.
So if you're doing a candor, because you don't ever, when it comes to elections especially, you never, ever, ever, and evidence and facts, everything, you never ask for that. You ask how they handled it. Because if they don't handle it properly, you can say, oh, is that the one that's from there then, if you didn't sign for that? We've got a video that doesn't have a timestamp on it, doesn't have a date on it, and it seems to be sped up. You know, but see, the thing is, there's an affidavit floating around. It's written by, it's signed by Tracy Lynch. It was handed in, served personally onto several judges last year. And Winston Peters, it's all been served. It's been followed through. The candor is because Tracy Lynch signed it and Tracy Lynch served it. That's a perfect claim.
The judge admitted it.
And the judge admitted it. So the funny thing about that is it's never been answered. And it was served. It wasn't submitted. When did you answer it becomes the question. Then the affidavit is not rebutted by saying you haven't rebutted the affidavit. You ask the question, when did you answer? when you put it, because you put an argument in, right? An affidavit becomes an argument if you go, oh, you haven't answered the affidavit. So you go, when did you answer? So this then becomes, oh, it's a problem. Okay, this is why we need people involved, more and more people, because the New Zealand government's, I mean, it's 9 days, and they came out with, oh, they have to talk to us directly. 9 days, and that's your top lawyers.
Yeah, there are nuances with affidavits though, like an unrebutted affidavit does not necessarily mean acquiescence, if you like. You know, no, for the most part, yeah.
Okay, so what people don't understand is it's all about argument. Legal is about argument.
Yeah.
So what we do, this is our biggest mistake. We put court cases in versus. So what we're trying a different strategy, and it seems to be working. And I'm for the record. When did you answer this? You don't need to go into court. There's no argument here. That's a fact.
Yeah.
My waste and my time and yours.
Well, you're definitely getting forward movement.
Yeah, so I think the Treasury knows about the insurance. They really are being very pleasant and polite in Treasury. The police, I got no qualms about the police. I've actually feel sorry for anyone that used to be a decent police officer, or policeman, or what do you want to call them, because they're just, it's embarrassing. And I've got to be extremely diplomatic in the UN, and I don't like the UN, but they have different doorways as well. And some of them are very good doorways, and other ones are just shit. But I know that the First Nation people, that group, which is worldwide, are wonderful, and they worry about the very basics that you have no. But I don't think people really have an understanding of what they go through in their lives, and us. Okay, and so we just keep going forward. And what we're going to need now is everyone going forward too. Think about it. It's very, very serious. But 9 days. I'm intrigued. Fun and games. Oh, they might have played. Michael said they played golf. Sorry, Michael said they played golf.
Of course they do.
Any questions?
Well, I'm just thinking that, like, 9 days, like, at some point, the judicial process will kick in and, bring up the fact that they're dilly-dallying around these points and require that they make their points, that they make their, You
mean they make it all up? Yeah.
No, that's not what I meant, but yeah, that fits.
Yeah.
No, I think that they can only dance around it so long. They're obviously stalling, trying to find another route, but, like, I think that Tracy's got him,
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're gonna make ground there.
I think it's going to be funny. It's really stressful, just so you know.
I believe it. I don't know how you do it.
That's the only way they can do it is get David to contract out.
They do that with every single one. Oh no, we're not talking. So what I do is I there's a letter written, and it's gone into the office, so it's signed, and it goes through the office. It's got to be communicated through the office, and there's a reason for that, and that is we're one. And then we got, as long as we've got the biggest key to this is the records, or the conversations, or if anything, all rejections, everything you get, because you'll get it all. It comes back into the office, and then it's replied through the office. And when you do that, the reply is recorded within us, and you have agreed or you don't agree with what we do, and then we will discuss how we're going to reply. But those replies have to go through the attorney's office under instructions from the trustees. And that's the system. And that's, if you break that system, they win.
Yeah. It strikes me, Tracy, that we're looking to forge a crack here to create a precedent, because they've told you that you're not a legal entity. The judge can't actually hear an entity that is not a person or a legal fiction. And that's essentially what they're telling you, is that we can't hear this. I mean, like, we win our jurisdiction based on this whole premise, and yet they're saying, no, we can't hear you. You're not a legal person. You're not a legal entity, you know, and you're submitting all of the right paperwork. You're doing everything right. You're submitting the affidavits. They've been served, and you're starting to get judges saying, yes, we've accepted that. So it's just a matter of keeping going, because the minute that the private trust gets heard, gets seen, then we're really going to, you know, kick some ass, I think. Yeah.
Well, you know what's really funny?
Yeah.
MWLS case, right?
Yeah.
Okay. They've been running around, they've substitute serviced, and they sent something to Tracy Lynch in Queenstown. And of course, there was no address to return to, so it's been sent up to the Wellington office looking for Tracy Lynch. And they've gone substitute service. The funny thing about that is the judge in the MWLS case said you can't have substitute service, you have to personally serve. And we've got a public inquiry that witnessed that, and affidavits. Not only that, we had they had the audacity to bully us in the appeals court and do the little thing called say it wasn't in the best public interest, right?
Yeah.
And what are you doing here? You're not a legal entity, right? Because we can't pay any money. We're not legal entities. So they're trying to get money out of that case, right? Do you know what I'm sitting on?
No, I'm not too sure. Have you read that? No.
There were 2 affidavits of service, both in that court case.
Oh, I know. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So he's got a little problem. And that's what
I think you're becoming a big problem.
Oh no, I think it's funny.
Yeah.
You know, because these people you look up to judges and lawyers, don't you? Well, I don't. I never have, just so you know, but that's what people do. Oh, what did the judge say?
Yeah, I've always thought it was a bit of theatre. No. Look up? No.
You just have to think differently. You know, like normal people think.
Yeah. Well, we've done a lot of roofs for judges over the years, and they're not that smart.
No. I've been in an ACC court with ACC, and they didn't even know their own legislation.
Right. Would that have been a judge or a?
It was a judge.
Or a right. Okay.
Oh,
yep.
The funny thing about that one was we did it was Phil Sally, and I'm not. He's a very dangerous man, just so you know. But he spoke, and I said nothing. You know the process. Okay. So I said nothing, and I even brought a tear to my eye. because the
Okay.
goal was to get it out of the ACC court and put it straight into High Court.
Yeah.
And the judges, I couldn't speak, so he spoke and got it pointed out. And she was trying to speak to me, telling me, "Oh, the paperwork's blah 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 blah, and this, that, and the other," and she's just trying to get me to talk. Of course, I didn't speak at all.
I had to read that very.
And we got it out of that ACC court and put it into thing. But what I'm finding is we don't need the courts. What we're doing is we're dealing with it on the papers, and the insurance is the way to go, and the accountability is the other way. So we are doing it right, and they are trying to make us go to court, because the court cases we've got, I need to pull them out of court, and I've got to hold them to account. When we were in court with Simon's case, I mean, the judge knew. He saw that just a few little things that we did, right, had actually covered all the charges, and they weren't really there. They were nonsense charges. He saw it. And now I've got the bloody lawyer back. And the lawyer sent me something today, 4 days late, so I've actually done a law society complaint against him. Because he shouldn't be there. So they can deal with it. They're gonna love me by the end of the next year.
So what did the judge say?
It's just his facial expressions. He goes like, he's almost going like, "Oh, for God's sake. There's an affidavit here from Shirley." And then he goes, "Oh, there's receipts." And he says to the prosecution, "Did you know that he's paid?" Prosecution says, "No, we know he's lying." No, I didn't know. But there's receipts. And then there's the third one, which is guns. He didn't even live. There's no connection. No candle. And it's just like, you could see it in his face. "Oh, we're just going to have to handle this on this date, this date, this date."
It's a private club between judges and fucking.
It's just crazy. And that was in front of it. Well, guess what? A public inquiry. So the public inquiry, because in LandsAirWater Counsel, if it's in there, there's a public inquiry automatically. And it doesn't matter the number.
Well, we'll see what happens there, because I mean, like, you know, we can always go for a judicial review, but it sounds like, had it been any other case, any other set of circumstances, that judge would have jumped in and corrected everything. So he's hanging in there, putting it out, but at some point they're going to have to break. They're going to have to admit that they've got nothing.
I've got 147 pages. 147 pages. There's no evidence behind any of the NPI statements.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh, we have a hand up. Your speaker's off.
I've just turned it on. Tracy, if the judge can't rule because you've presented things as for the record, so there's no argument, who presides over the paperwork?
Well, who knows? Because I want to take it out of the court. I don't want anything to do with the court. The court is the Ministry of Justice, or the Ministry of Courts. It's the government's paperwork. It's their stuff. It's been submitted. Everything we do is we serve it.
Yep.
And I've had very strange conversations with registrars when I've gone, "Well, no, that was served." "Oh, no, it's submitted." "Well, an affidavit is going to change that, won't it?" So if we serve something, it's on the record and it's tabled. Those two abatements are tabled into Parliament and served onto Wellington Court. There's two. Right? Another one was served on Dunedin High Court, and another one's been served in Whangarei. One went through an agreement. A couple of them been served through Queenstown and been acknowledged in Invercargill. Still the same abatement. It's been multiply served on the court. So how far do you want to take this? How many times do I have to tell you that you made a mistake? We've asked you nicely. Just stop, correct all your mistakes, get some candle going, some evidence. That's all we're doing. And when you say who's got the record, at the moment it's ours because we served them. We've tabled it. Done deal. You go to minutes of meetings, right?
Yeah.
If you table things, it's tabled. That's a fact. If you guys ask, you want to do something really funny, go and do an OIA on a few little things that are in the executive committee, which is the government, cabinet minutes. Go get a few minutes from there. Get a year's worth of minutes. That'll upset them, and because they're just rubbish. I'm not kidding. They're rubbish.
Yep. So what's our position as far as having the paperwork correct and the fact that the court won't and can't rule on it because it's not an argument, it's a fact.
It's a fact.
Yeah. So they
Okay.
can't argue, they can't rule.
Mm-hmm.
That paperwork gets tabled somewhere for someone to consider. Who does that considering?
No, it's gone into Parliament,
Right.
and it's up to me to put it in a place like, for example, Indigenous peoples realm in the UN,
Right.
because that's the closest thing you're going to get to being alive. Right? Yeah. That's where it's going to go, and it's also going for an insurance claim. The reason, my belief, that I'll use the word correctly here, is that the courts are there to block you from directly accessing insurance. So when you have a car accident, right, general, you go straight to the insurance company, right?
Mm.
Yeah, same.
Well, so why are we, when someone makes a decision and wrecks your business, why are you going to court?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think you're doing the right things, but I don't agree that the judge can't rule. I mean, if it's clear, if the facts are there, then he can certainly sum up and say the facts are here.
Yes,
You know,
but they're not doing it.
No, he's not doing it, but he can.
Yes.
Well, he doesn't want you to claim insurance.
But you
was to
see
do
some
that-
funny things in court that don't make sense. You know,
I know.
we did put the pressure on very politely in Marton Court, just so you know.
Yep.
We did put the pressure on, and the judge or whatever it is didn't do her job because there was nothing before that court that was real.
5 reasons why you should.
End of story. And they just, all they wanted there was a bail. So as you see, you'll see the picture in the there. That's how she wrote the bail. And the other one is just, the other one that they gave us was just the registered signature on it.
Yeah.
It's not even a contract. Okay. And they were filthy about it. So I can do things with that, which I will. But what I will do is I'm going to go straight into the UN over this. That's it. Because Treasury now knows. I'm just going to confirm it with the UN.
Eating 3 things a day was created by the rock.
I think where you're coming from, Alex, might be an equity position. And I think that if the judges and the court system applied equity, their deck of cards are going to fall over.
3 times.
They would fall over. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we've just done 5 caveats on equity. 5 different things. We put them in. We haven't. I know we're going to get rejected for 1 or 2 things. But we've used a lawyer's notes. We've used it in equity. 2 are against the ANZ Bank. 1 is just for a personal, putting it on there. We did different ones. 1 on a forestry block. It's soldiers claim that land. And one's an ANZ Bank doing a mortgagee sale over rates. That's fraud. or forgery. So I've done that, and it's all in equitable interest. And they're high pressure stuff. I've done it, and the next time I'm doing something for someone and they bitch at me because I haven't done it straight away, I will not do it. That's it.
Yeah.
I'll block you. I'll do whatever, because I don't think people appreciate the fact that there is a lot of stress dealing with legal stuff, and you're showing your hand, and you don't want to make a mistake. So if anyone does that again to me, I'll just go fuck off. And I don't do that. It's very hard for me to do that because I'm generally actually a nice person and I care, but not when
No,
it's.
you're doing great. Yeah. Yeah. Those cases where there people losing houses over rates, they just can't afford to lose those cases. But we do need to push to get into court of equity. We do, yeah, and we'll do it too. We will, yeah. And you're doing marvelous. You really, really are.
Thank you, Alex.
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's the other one was Lucas Place. It's because this is of everyone's interest, just so you know.
Yeah.
Lucas Place, LandsAirWater Counsel, and it's retirement villages on gifted land. Now, Skip's brother or cousin is connected to that land. I haven't spoken to him, but the thing with that is, it's really important to have an understanding is it's gifted land, and you can't sell gifted land, and literally 99.9% of the lands here are gifted. You've all bought leased land. We bought leased land. We are owners, trustees of leased land. So why has the bank put a mortgage, a lease agreement over leased land? And who got paid in the end? Because Maori are not those who are born here.
Yeah.
Indigenous Maori is the legal thing.
The thing that strikes us, that forms part of the case, but that needs to be its own case. It needs to be argued in its own place. You'll take the system down. New Zealand property law was rewritten from 86 onwards, and it's just such a, if we make a crack in that, then it all comes tumbling down. It really does, yeah.
You have to crack at the banks. And we have to be competent record keepers. That's why I'm saying to you, we need investors. And the reason I say that is because if you think about what we're doing, the more people that get on our side of this I don't know, this our side of the swing, it's not going to go back the other way. A seesaw. A seesaw, we're going to outbalance it.
Yeah. We need to get the bank into court. That's what we need to do. Yeah. We could open them up.
Yeah. And it's real easy. Just ask them questions. They don't like it. Because every OIA, who sent me an OIA back? Someone sent me an OIA back over something that I think IRD had written back. And I saw a window. I said, oh no, and I reopened it with the Ombudsman because the Ombudsman closed it. And he closed it because of a technicality. So I opened it up again. And the guy that he wrote back, oh, you guys just don't do your job. And he was supposed to be one of our top people. And I thought, why didn't he read it?
He doesn't want to.
Oh, Jesus. It's like, but I will, every rejection I write back. There's nothing I've allowed a rejection. I've just gone back at it. Amelia will tell you it's frustrating, right? But we've even caught the Law Society out really badly with Amelia's case. Really badly. And I wrote I wrote back, oh, you got nothing to do with it. This is you got nothing to do with it. So we corrected that error because who had something to do with it wrote back, actually she does.
Yep.
Important question. They had, because you know what lawyers do. Lawyers will, out of 1 million words, they'll pick 3 and tell you, oh no, we told you so. Right? So that's what they do. They pick and choose their language. In fact, every time when you can already see the argument being played out twice before you even do a complaint against them. So we know. So we never take a no, ever. It just goes back in again. And they really don't know. This is why the police were looking at that seriously, because I've gone in and in and in and in and in and in. It's a long, long time. It's a long process, and sometimes I think, why do I bother? But here we are.
Oh, it's exciting territory. I mean, like,
Funny.
and we will crack it. Yeah.
Of course we will. Because I mean, but
Yeah.
we're not stupid.
There's nothing stupid about anything that's been done.
That's right.
Nothing.
We just been practical, honest.
Yeah.
You never ever make statements, and you never make accusations. You never do that. You go, oh, I see that you've done this, and well, you had red paint, but you put green paint on it. Are you colourblind? You don't go that. That's a statement. That's a wrong thing. Can you explain why you didn't paint it green? Anyway, it's what it is. But I'm really chuffed with what we've done recently, just so you know. But it's been extremely hard and very, very difficult.
Oh man.
No, I'm impressed with what you've done.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm still waiting for the flag, by the way. I have ordered it.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to putting it up, actually.
Cool.
It will be cool.
Oh, absolutely.
There's 2 flags, by the way. I ordered 2. I thought, I'll see what they look like. Get 2.
Oh, brilliant, man. Brilliant. I'll send a photo of it when they're up.
Cool.
Good.
Nice.
I could probably put the screen out the window and you'll see them, actually. I don't know if you took them here. You might see the flagpoles out there somewhere.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
But on the day when we get the flag, I'll put it up and I'll show you.
Cool.
I'll make sure it's a windy day. The flag doing this.
Yeah, that'll be good, Brian. Yep.
Very good.
She's probably at the back.
Oh, wow.
So, how are we anyway? Everyone having a good time? Are you all not working? Are you all ready for Christmas?
Pretty much. I did work for a couple of hours today, but pretty much.
I've been.
What about you? Where are you going to be on Christmas?
Well, I was on a plane today, surrounded by children. God, why do people put children on planes? Because every time it was a little bump.
Yep.
So I had my headphones on in full blast.
Yeah. Christmas is for children, though. It's all about children. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know. All about our babies.
Yeah.
See, the word children
Yeah.
is a will. A child, a will. It's all about an agreement. It's just like when you.
Absolutely.
It's just like you got to talk about. It's just our babies. That's my baby. He's 34. He's still my baby.
He is. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. There's everything is just crazy. But you know, you don't have to. I don't believe in being anal about anything really. Just keep it simple. How are you going, Amelia? Can't hear you.
I'm going to go pick her up. She's You use public transport.
The camera's not working. I mean, your mic's not working.
Oh,
This way.
okay.
Oh,
Don't know why. We can't
Well,
hear
that's
you.
Peter. She's smiling, so she must be good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Karen, what's Karen doing?
Hello.
Oh, speaker works.
Apologies for being late. I had to go and drop off some junky plastic toys to grandchildren for Christmas.
Oh,
No,
that's a good excuse.
I gave them lots of sugar and noisy, squeaky toys and left them to it. That'll teach them.
Then
for
ran
having
away.
kids.
Well, that's typical.
Oh, he didn't take my advice on the taser gun.
Oh, no.
Damn.
So no, that was fun. And then I'm like, oh, gotta go now. Bye. Yeah, no, good to catch up. So I'm heading your way, I think, tomorrow. So I'll
Oh, good.
touch
good.
base.
I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I've got to put that. I've got to do what we talked about now into the UN tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'll get that done.
God.
Yeah.
So
I'll be
How
over
long's
there.
that going to take?
hey,
How long's that going to take?
it'll probably take me 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
Just got to reading and got to go through what I've done, and I already know what I'm going to say, but I just want to confirm it. That's all. It's kind of, you know what it's like.
Mm.
And then I've got to write it diplomatically. So I've just been in a plane full of children, so that ain't going to come out of me today.
Need to de-stress after that one.
Look, all I listened to was, heavy metal.
Oh.
All right, it's all good. Yeah, because I sat. Steve dropped me off at the airport, and I just said, "Oh, don't worry about it. I just almost missed the plane because I was working, answering to the lawyer. I didn't miss a plane. I'm good there. Yeah, so I did a couple of things while I was there, and I just thought, oh, shit, I've got to be on a plane now.
Oh, good thing you made it.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Poor old Chris, he's always changing flights for me.
Yeah.
You really got it. We have to appreciate what Chris does because he tolerates my moods when I get ready. But he's also, and like I said to him, oh no, don't change the flight. And I said, then 10 o'clock today, kind of thing. Can you change the flight? Yeah. So I really do appreciate him. He does a wondrous thing. Yeah.
What are you using as an ID these days, Tracy?
Multiple. Just so you know, just multiple. Limited multiple.
Okay, all right. So you've got that all sorted now, have you?
Yeah, and I even I changed clothing through the airport.
Mm.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Mm.
Uh,
Well, I tend to wait to the last minute for it because you see what I'm seeing at the moment is frequently the same faces.
Mm.
What I'm saying. Oh, good. Bugs.
do you remember a couple of years ago? Well, it's probably 3 or 4 or maybe even 5. Peter, what was his name, was running the common law. I guess it was an embassy.
Martin?
Yeah.
Blue eyes, did a lot of weed, and had that blonde woman, Monica Eastwood.
Yes, he did. Yep, that's right. Yep.
Yeah, no,
So those bits of identification, I actually thought that they were very good, and I actually heard that somebody actually flew on one.
yes. But I actually don't believe we have to have identification in such a way. And
Sure.
but I've kept it. Like when Alistair did it, I wasn't comfortable with that, but I just okay, fine. When it came to the boat traveling overseas, I helped Alistair with that. Another one.
Yep.
And you don't need anything because you go port to port. It's the agreement that you have with the airlines, and because I don't think people realize when you go from like Auckland Airport and you're at the airport, that's another country. Then you're in the air, another country. You pass certain other countries in different air. It's not the country that you're flying over; it's the airspace. Then when you land, you're in another country. Then you come out and you're into that country. New Zealand's wharfs, the Tauranga wharf a couple of years ago was controlled by Singapore. They owned it. They were controlling it. So
Okay.
and they were demanding everyone got vaccinated. And I was demanding for insurance coverage over my truck drivers, right? So you just go, it's all about where you are and who owns it. So it's about an agreement. And see, we have an agreement. And that's another letter. I'll put it into the chat and Michael hasn't done it. There's a letter. The police were making statements that I wasn't making. I answered it. And it's the same woman that wrote that one. So it's about agreements, and we do need something, but I think we need to have something better than what there is. Because it's not about sharing information. The only one that can share it is the attorney.
Under this structure, in this context,
Right. So we need to outside the box. So we need to think better than what we're doing. Like, for example, if you had a permission from the attorney, you have something in your hand to say, I've got permission. And you need to deal with the attorney's office if you want to interfere with this. And that structure we should be having now. And you will note the police changed their conversation within 2 months of the attorney. Oh, you have to be a lawyer. That's what they did. They changed it. That's the other thing that we have against them. Failure of due process, fairness, reasonable law. So, there's a hell of a lot of things that we have recorded. And, none of them, they've never, ever been reasonable nor fair. And their duty of care is that.
Yeah. Well, we can quote the Act.
Yeah, but
I mean, absolutely.
But look what they've done to themselves in public now.
I know. They're a bit of a mess.
And the most quietest one is Richard Chambers. But a Skoda, McSkinnings took a Skoda, was given a Skoda and took it, and Andrew Costner knew.
Yeah.
And did you know that McSkinnings has 2 sons in the police force?
No.
Read the notes on the TikTok. I thought it was really interesting. Like, oh, okay.
Well, did you do a TikTok vid about it?
Yeah, of course it did. It's just,
Of course you did.
Like, it's only been out for a couple of days, and it's got like 1,500 views or something. And I'm thinking,
good.
Well, that other one got 27,000. I'm going, yeah. It's just.
I'll have a look.
The TikTok basically is telling people what I'm doing, and if I don't do many TikToks, it's because I'm really busy.
Yep.
So yeah, and I try to let everyone know what I'm doing, so everyone knows. And it's always cryptic, but it's there.
And it's good that you do. Yeah.
Well, it's fun and game, But like I said to you guys, whenever we put anything out for you or give you anything and you get a reply or they take money from your bank account or whatever it is, tell the attorney's office. That's critical. Regardless of what the results are, it's got to go through the attorney's office, and the attorney's office will discuss it with you and handle it and show you what we're going to do, you approve it, or we give you a letter to send through yourself, right?
Yeah.
So that's the system. And if we keep the system going, the attorney's office will grow bigger. Because I'm developing a AI that has all the OIAs, answers, and everything in it. The IA has all the answers that we've got and gathered. It's all our information. It's not an outsource. Okay, that's what. And Chris has been behind doing other things with it. The AI is not a tool that we use as, in general. We've put all the information that we gather into it. So it's relying on what we've given it. It has our personal knowledge, right? And all the records, and it just building up. And that tool's been
Since we're talking about this,